Hey, Melinda. I think it is a fair bit past when the doctor said you were going to be due for delivery. Did you have the baby already? I just haven't been able to get in touch for something like 10 days now, and I'm getting a little worried. You know how sorry I am that I can't be there in person right now. Your wife and child have passed away. Sorry, what? Melinda? Good evening, sir. I am the doctor in charge of your wife's case. I apologize for contacting you through her phone. I was actually just thinking that I would have to contact you soon, though. Okay. And something happened, I take it? I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but your wife passed away not long ago. What? But how? What happened? I don't understand. It was very sudden, and we were taken by surprise. I am afraid that your child did not make it either. I can't believe this. I was so looking forward to getting to hold them in my arms. I understand, sir. I promise you that our staff did everything in our power to try and save them. And Melinda has always been so healthy. Even the doctor said that they had never seen a more perfect pregnancy. How did this all happen? That may have been the case, sir. Unfortunately, many complications can arise during the process of childbirth that can't be foreseen in initial screenings. We are going to begin the process of searching for possible causes soon, though. Do you have any idea what might have caused this? No, not at all. I really have no idea. I'm so shocked. I understand. Sometimes there are cases where we are required to inform the police as well. The police? What can they do about any of this now? Sir, you're currently overseas, correct? Do you have a return date in mind? Well, I have to get home as soon as I can now. I'll have to buy new tickets, but the protest at the airport is keeping any flights from leaving right now. I can't say right now when I'll be back in the country. I see. And is that the excuse you would like me to report? Excuse? What are you talking about? I literally can't leave the country. Look it up online. The airport is closed where I am and I can't leave. I'm afraid that in this case, I will have no choice but to call the police and inform them of this. Why do you have to call the police? What good is that going to do? Well, you see, some of the doctors are suspicious that you might have been the cause of your wife's untimely passing. What? Me? You think I had something to do with this? Your reaction betrays your attempts to deny it. What the hell are you talking about? Are you really trying to accuse me of killing my own wife? It appears that your wife was going through several ordeals while she was pregnant. Ordeals? What do you mean by that? Well, for one, when someone is pregnant, they need to be sure they are intaking sufficient nutrients. It appears that your wife was not doing so. That isn't true, though. We were extra careful with everything that she put in her body while she was pregnant. And if she ever had any really serious cravings, there were times where I would go out in the middle of the night to get what she was hungry for. I would go to grocery stores or gas stations until I found what she wanted. Are you sure about that? We believe that you might have been leaving the house to see another woman. And is it also true that you purposely gave your wife heavy things to carry around the house? Of course I didn't do that. And just what proof do you have for any of these accusations? Well, your wife appears to be showing signs of stress and muscle damage on her arms. Are you talking about the scar? She got that from falling years ago. Well, that isn't what she wrote in her diary. Her diary? Why the hell do you have my wife's diary? So you know about what she wrote down then? Of course I don't. Who goes around reading other people's diaries? Her parents are saying they don't want to make a big deal out of this. I am afraid that is just another red flag which we will need to report to the police. Her parents? Are they there? What are they doing? They are here mourning their daughter. All right, well, if they are really there, then I want to speak to them. I'll call and I want you to put them on the phone for me. I am afraid that they are very busy with funeral preparations and aren't available to talk right now. Besides, they are both in shock and in no state to be talking to their daughter's potential killer. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. But I can't believe that my wife and child, they're really gone. I think that you should be hearing from her lawyer shortly. Please stay by your phone. What is even happening anymore? I thought I was going to be a dad soon. Then, one day, I got horrible news that I never thought I'd have to hear. Both my wife and child died during childbirth. Not only that, but the doctor told me that I was suspected as having played a role in their deaths. My name is John, and I am 34 years old. My job sends me abroad frequently, so there are many times when I am not in the US. I had hoped to be back in the country to make it for the birth of my child, but local circumstances prevent me from doing so. My wife went back to her parents' house to prepare for having the baby. Everything was ready and nothing should have gone wrong. We were looking forward to being parents together. But with the airports closed, I have no idea when I will be able to return home now. I tried messaging Melinda several times leading up to the birth and after the due date, but for some reason she wasn't answering me. And when I finally got a message back, it was her doctor. I wish this were a dream, but I'm not so lucky. Despite all of this, I never expected what happened next. Good day, sir. If you do not wish to be taken to court, I hereby request a payment of $50,000 USD. Excuse me? Who am I talking to now? This is the lawyer representing the estate of the late Melinda Brown. You are on the cusp of being pursued legally for your part in the deaths of your wife and child. And just who is demanding these payments? That would be the parents of the deceased. I'm sorry, I really am not following right now. Basically, you are under suspicion of having a role in the death of your wife and child. Mrs. Brown's parents are considering charging you if you choose not to settle this out of court. So, you mean they buy into this dumb story too? I didn't even do anything. Neither of Mrs. Brown's parents wish to turn this into a full-blown investigation and strongly urge you to settle with them outside of court. Consider this a kind of compensation for their loss. Compensation for what? What did I even do? Well, one charge that we are prepared to bring against you is that you didn't give your wife any money to buy food. Because of that, your wife was not able to eat enough while she was pregnant. You also ordered her to lift and move heavy objects several different times throughout her pregnancy, which resulted in an injury. But I never did anything like that. I have been trying to explain that. I am afraid that we have proof otherwise. Not just of those, but other crimes too. We have proof of you throwing out your wife's food because you didn't like it. Or throwing rags at her when she told you she couldn't clean. That's not true. I never did anything like that. Well, your wife dutifully recorded these events in her diary with dates and times. There has to be some kind of mistake here. I really didn't do anything. Being pregnant under those kinds of conditions must have been very difficult for your wife. That kind of stress could not have been good for her or her child. And the source of that stress appears to be you. But I don't get it. Why would she write things like that about me in her diary? She must have wanted to leave some kind of evidence against you in case this happened. But none of that is true. I don't get why she would do such a thing. In any case, her parents are asking for $50,000 to settle this out of court. They will accept a wire transfer since you are currently in a different country. Well, I can wire them the money from here, but I would prefer to handle this once I return to the US. To be honest, I don't think I can take any of these messages at face value. Her parents aren't going to wait for that. They said that they want the money now, or else we will move ahead with legal action. Do you understand? They will call the police, and you will be extradited for your crimes. Well, this is just all so sudden. If they report you to the police, you are going to be an international criminal. If you even try to return home, you will be arrested at the airport. But none of this is true. I didn't do anything, I swear. When are you going to transfer the $50,000? Your wife's parents are serious about going to the police. If you think this is some sort of game, you will find that you are sorely mistaken. Look, I just want to handle this once I'm back home, okay? You need to understand that it is all your fault that your wife and child are dead, okay? That isn't fair. I'm not sure that I believe that. I don't think that I did anything wrong. You did everything wrong! Don't you get it? You should have just given your wife more money when she asked for it. What does that have to do with anything? How would that have changed things? She could have bought food when she was hungry, for one. I suppose that is true, yes. Although I was under the impression that she wanted money to spend on other things. What do you mean? What other things are you talking about? She probably wanted to buy many things. Surely you can't blame your wife for that, right? Well, I just don't really see why she needed all the expensive handbags and clothes that she was asking for. Do you really think that it was right to not even allow her some of those things? How can you even be talking about your dead wife this way? Oh, really? Because I am pretty sure that while I was out on one of my business trips, my wife went to a club, found someone, and got pregnant with their baby. What do you mean? I mean that my kid has blonde hair. No one in my family or Melinda's has ever been blonde. So I think that someone is lying to me about my wife being dead and trying to get me to pay out for something that I didn't do. Wait, how do you know about the blonde hair? How do you think, Mr. Lawyer? What was your name again, by the way? Okay, oopsie. So you found me out. I was suspicious for a while, actually. But you seem to be awfully chipper for just having given birth. Well, pushing a human out of my body was rough for sure. I had contractions for 12 hours. I really thought that I was going to die for a few moments there. Oh, yeah. Imagine that. Oh, wait, I don't have to anymore. But now that this baby is here, all it does is cry. And she won't stay asleep. I am being run ragged. Man, raising a kid sure is hard work. Did you really expect it to be anything else? Well, I just think that you and I have a lot of catching up to do once you get back home. Not about anything we've been talking about here, though. Oh, really? Because I've talked to doctors and lawyers, both using your number. I was accused of killing you and then told that I would have to pay $50,000 or else. What? Really? Wow, that is so crazy. But I knew deep down that it was you the whole time. So you figured it out. But you have to admit that I am a pretty good actress, right? You were really fooled for a while there. Yes, of course I believed what was happening at first. Maybe I should try out at a couple of auditions or something. Okay, well, tell me when you're back. We will talk then. I'm actually already back. Wait, what? I thought you said that the airport was closed and that there was no way out. Well, 2 days ago, the government gave in to the protesters' demands and nationalized the whole operation. Well, you should have told me that you were coming back sooner. I totally can't wait to see you. I already went to your parents' house, you know. And I was really, really surprised. Are you still there right now? That's right, I am. I actually came here to offer my condolences and talk to your folks in person. But when I came wearing my suit and black tie with flowers, they had no idea what I was talking about. In fact, when I told them that you had died, they started to panic. Well, what did you have to go and tell them something like that for? What do you mean? I thought that you were dead. Just get back here right now. I'm not going there. My parents are going to be pissed at me. I can never go home again. Of course they are going to be mad at you. Not only did they think you died and then didn't all in the span of a minute, but they also want to know who the father of their grandchild is. The father of their grandchild? What do you mean by that? You know what I mean. Oh, right. Well, you know, a lot happens when I go out and... Well, I just think the important thing is that the baby is alive and well. And now the two of us can raise this little girl together. A lot happens. Do you even know who the father is? Well, since we were married, you're legally considered the father until proven otherwise, at least. I know how excited you were to finally have this kid with me. How does it feel to know that you are finally a daddy? I was looking forward to it, yes. But I was looking forward to raising my own child. Yeah. I really didn't see the blonde baby thing coming. I really hoped that it would have come out with darker hair. So you just plan to never tell me that the kid wasn't mine and let me keep believing it? That or make you pay the 50 grand. I thought that it would have been enough for us to live off of for at least a little bit. And what was all that talk about me not giving you any food? Well, that was obviously just me lying. You were always so sweet about going to get whatever food I wanted whenever I asked for it. That's right. I did it so much, in fact, that the doctor was almost worried that you were putting on too much weight for a little bit. Well, can you blame me? I was going through a lot of stress then. You put me through a lot of stress. Do you even realize it? You get over here right now and bring some divorce papers with you. Divorce papers? For what? For what? What do you think? So that I can divorce you. But if we divorce, then how am I supposed to get by? You figure that out yourself. I want you out of my life. Okay, then. You pay me the $50,000 and then we can divorce. How does that sound? You still really think that I'm going to pay you? Ugh, God, you always were a huge cheapskate. You know, your parents have been apologizing for the last hour over the nonsense that you put me through. Do you really not feel bad for them either? Oh, come on! You all are taking this way too seriously! It was just a little prank! Everyone is fine! The kid and I are alive and well! No harm, no foul, right? I'm glad the kid is okay. But you have a world of consequences coming your way. You know, if you had just been honest with me from the start, I might have been able to stand your betrayal. I could have even raised the kid as my own. But you never showed any kind of remorse ever. Well, what is the point in apologizing? What's done is done. It isn't going to change anything. Well, thanks to your actions, my lawyers are telling me that the divorce is going to be open and shut and you'll probably end up owing me about $50,000. Are you ready to pay me now? Wait, what? That much money? Well, in that case, of course I'm sorry. And don't think that I'm not going to sue you for your fraud either. Are you serious right now? That's right. I'm actually on my way to the police station right now to file a report against you. And then after all that, I'll go and get the divorce papers myself.
No, please. Don't call the cops. Anything but that. I'm sorry, okay? I'm really, really sorry. I screwed up big and I see that now. You understand, right? You'll forgive me, won't you?
Eventually, I convinced Melinda to come back and we signed our divorce papers in front of her parents at their house. It was only because they begged me so much that I agreed to drop the police report. After that, Melinda's parents threw her out of the house and said they would never give her any help again. They did, however, agree to take in Melinda's child. In order to pay me the $50,000 that she owed, Melinda had to move into a tiny apartment and begin working several jobs just to make the payments. On the bright side, I am about to be a father. Again. I met my new girlfriend through a friend, and it wasn't long before we got married. Now she is pregnant with my child. I can't wait for the new adventures that lie in store for me.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. See you next time!
Hey, it's me. Tell me something. Do you have a problem with your ears? Or is there something wrong with your head?
Excuse me? What the heck is leading you to say something so hurtful and rude? What's the matter?
I'm asking, what the hell is wrong with you that you can't even remember anything I ask you to do? How many times have I told you? When doing laundry, reuse the bathtub water. All you have to do is scoop the water out of the tub, put it in the washing machine, and then set it to spin. How can you be so wasteful and just let perfectly good water go down the drain like that? You have water sitting in the washing machine, but why is there no water in the bathtub? My son has always gotten a bath every evening ever since he was a baby. There is no way he would skip it. Are you really just throwing away the bathwater every time? How wasteful! Besides all that water, do you have any idea the money you are wasting? Water, electric, gas. Don't you know how important it is to savor all of these and not waste them? My goodness, your utility bills must be atrocious.
Sylvia, I'm sorry, but I've already told you. I am not going to follow your advice this time. I understand that it is important to save resources not only for the planet, but also to keep our utility bills lower, but reusing bathwater for laundry is a bit too much. Yes, Mike still takes a bath every night, but that water is not as clean as you think, Sylvia. It has body soap, shampoo, and most importantly, dirt and dead skin in it. It's disgusting to just let it sit overnight and then reuse it to wash our clothes. No, thank you. Not to mention, it's a ridiculous thing to ask to bring the water from upstairs to the washing machine downstairs. That would take hours.
Huh! Oh, okay, I see. You're not even the one who works his butt off every day so that you can even have use of those utilities. So what's it matter to you, right? Here you are sitting on your butt every day with no job, stealing and wasting away my son's hard-earned money. Yet you have the nerve to talk back to me. You should just shut your trap and do as I say. It's not like you have any children to take care of. All you do is sit around all day at the house my son is single-handedly paying for, or you go and play around with the gaggle of geese you call your friends. Why don't you get off your lazy butt and go get a part-time job at Walmart or something? If I had known that you would turn out to be such an ungrateful, good-for-nothing leech of a daughter-in-law, I would have never allowed my son to marry you. And the groceries! The refrigerator in that house is friggin' overflowing with things to eat, including the meals that I cooked and prepared specially by hand for my son. But still, you continue to go buying that unhealthy, processed, fattening crap at that overpriced high-end grocery store across the street. And by the way, we all know you for sure don't need that crap, Porky. At least when you actually do need to get a necessity like milk or something, go to the cheap farmer's market across the street and save some money for once.
You'll be sorry one of these days when you realize you should have been listening to me and taking my advice all this time. Didn't your mother ever tell you these things? It's a mother's responsibility to teach their girls these basic rules and procedures of living and wifehood especially. Instead, it looks like all your parents did was teach you how to study, go to college, steal a man on campus, let him get a job, and then waste all of his money while he breaks his back working. Sylvia, there are certain foods we both don't like. We aren't going to force ourselves to eat food in the fridge that might make us both sick to our stomachs. And as for grocery shopping, there are also certain foods that you can't find at the local farmer's market. Believe me, I have not been ignoring all of your advice and suggestions for a living. I mean, it's not like I could even if I tried. By the way, I am pretty sure I have already asked you hundreds of times to stop barging into our home uninvited and unannounced at all hours of the day and night. Please go get a hobby or something and let us have our own lives. Did you break into our house again today while I wasn't home? Break in? Mike gave me a spare key. How dare you accuse me of breaking in? Anyway, you think I actually wanted to go to that dirty, underkept pigsty again because I enjoy the stench? I didn't want to go there. I needed to look for the necklace my daughter gave to me for my birthday. It's missing. There's no way your necklace would be at our house. Huh, you don't remember. When I was there last week, you saw me wearing it and said it was so pretty. I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt for once and believe that you wouldn't be so low as to steal it from me. So I went to your house to confirm that I was correct in believing that you wouldn't have been so shameless. What? Are you serious? You actually thought that I might have stolen it from you? I was hoping that I would not find it here, but while thinking of where in the world you might have put it, I just realized that I had left it at my house. I was worried that you might try to steal it, so I purposely didn't wear it again and left it in my wardrobe when I came here yesterday. Wow. You really have lost all your marbles, haven't you? Well, if you hadn't said what you said while staring so greedily at my necklace that day, I wouldn't have gotten the wrong idea in the first place. And you say that I've lost it? Do you have any idea how senile you've been acting? Every time I come to your house, whether it's an earring, a bracelet, or even an expensive necklace that my Mike must have slaved away at the office to get for you, there's always some piece of jewelry laying out around the house. There was even a bracelet on the floor in the bathroom next to the toilet plunger. How can you not have any concern for these assets that my son has provided for you? Are you actually that ungrateful, or are you just completely out of your mind? I guess it must be so easy for you to go ahead and waste money like that and ruin such expensive things because you've never worked a real job for even a single hour of your life. Isn't that the reason? Is my precious son just a slave to you? Actually, Sylvia, Mike has never once bought me any jewelry besides my engagements and wedding rings, and I am always wearing and cherishing those. The truth is, I bought all of my other jewelry for myself. So stop going so overboard, please. Oh, really? How dare you talk back at me like that, and now you have the nerve to lie to me, too? You're just a lazy, wasteful housewife with no job or any motivation to do any good with your life. How the heck could you buy those things with your own money? You don't have any money that you could even say is your own. You will never change your ways. And while you should have been cleaning, doing laundry, and cooking for my son, where were you? Is that where you were this morning? You're telling me that you were actually out somewhere selfishly buying those things for yourself again today. No, Sylvia. I had something important I needed to take care of, so I stepped out for a bit. Huh! Oh, is that so? What in the world could be so important for a worthless housewife like you to do? You know, Sylvia, you keep making housewife sound like such a terrible job. But have you not always been a full-time housewife yourself? That's all you've ever been all your life. Yet you are saying that I am such a terrible daughter-in-law for being a housewife. Exactly what you are, too. So how are you so high and mighty to be critiquing how I am living my life? I got married 30 years ago. When I was your age, it was already predetermined for all women to be housewives after marrying. Back then, there was no choice. But now, most husbands and wives work separate full-time jobs out of the house and make their own money for themselves, instead of stealing it from each other. You even went to college for 4 years. Can you honestly tell me that you are content letting your degree and thousands of paid tuition money go to waste? All of your college friends, including the married ones, are still out working hard at their jobs and earning their own money. And then there you are, lazing around the house all day like some pesky termite waiting for my son to come home with more of his hard-earned money for you to steal. What? Pesky termite? You're not even my biological mother, and this is my life. So why should I have to live it as you tell me to? And it's not like you're the one who paid for me to go to college and get my degree. That has nothing to do with you. Actually, none of this has anything to do with you at all. Do you really have nothing to do all day that must always be on my back and making such a ridiculous fuss about everything? And you know what? Mike is a grown man now too, so get off of his back and stop driving him crazy too. If you continue to constantly hover around and suffocate us like this, I can't guarantee I won't do something crazy myself. So please give it a rest already, at least for your own son's sake. Oh my goodness. Well, look at you showing your true colors and speaking to your mother-in-law in such a vulgar manner. Your words are so frightening, I've got goosebumps and I'm shaking in my shoes. Sylvia, seriously, come on. I'm not joking. And get out of my house. You better not be there by the time I get back. Okay. I'm leaving now. Sheesh. Such deplorable manners. Hey, Sylvia. The cookies you bought for us arrived today. Thank you. I'm sure we'll enjoy them. They look delicious. Oh, heavens, no! Those cookies aren't for you. They're for my Mikey, and Mikey only. My Mikey always loved those cookies when he was a child. He's been working so hard every time, the poor thing. So I went to the bakery 2 hours away and got them just for him. They're absolutely not for you. You better not lay a finger on those cookies and go pig out on something else, Porky. I went through a lot ordering those cookies. What the hell? Are you serious? They're cookies. Are you really going to be that petty about cookies? So you stopped squawking, got up off of your bum, and drove for a few hours? How is that so amazing? You can probably find cookies that taste just like these at any other store. How dare you! Those cookies are incomparable! And I had a very hard time finding that store. Do you think you can treat those cookies that I bought for my precious son the same as any other ones? Just as you treat your own jewelry as insignificant. And how dare you wait all day to let me know that you received them? I know for a fact that they arrived this morning. It is now 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Have you really no sense at all? Didn't your parents teach you that you should thank someone for a gift as soon as you receive it? How rude. I was at the salon this morning when they arrived. I didn't get home until a couple hours ago. Mike was home when they were delivered, so I figured he already thanked you this morning. What? You expect a man to think of doing that? This kind of thing is for the woman of the house to do. This is my son's day off. He should be relaxing. I can't believe you're throwing responsibilities and giving him your work to do on his day off. My poor, precious, hardworking son. It breaks my heart that he ended up with such a lazy, good-for-nothing like you. He must be a saint for giving a wench like you a chance. Those married couples who both have their own full-time jobs are always so financially well off. They don't have to worry one bit about money. Why did my son of all people have to get stuck with a deadbeat like you throwing away all his fortune? Even today is a great example of how useless and dim-witted you are. You say you went to the salon. Why the heck would a full-time housewife like you need to get her hair and nails done? All you do is laze around the house all day. Just do your own nails and put your hair up in a ponytail or cut that yourself too. Why are you wasting such precious money on all that crap? Oh, here you go, calling the kettle black again. You go to the salon once a month to get your hair dyed and permed. Oh, you're such a hypocrite. Your own husband is in his late 50s now and on his feet every day and night working as a security guard when he should be planning his retirement soon. And you not only go to the salon once a month, but on trips and outings with that herd of middle-aged hags you hang out with all the time. So what the hell gives you the right to treat me this way all the time? Do you seriously think you are any better than I am? You seriously think you can do no wrong, don't you? What makes you so righteous and holy? There was also a time when you yourself were someone's daughter-in-law. Did you think you became some royal highness after your own mother-in-law passed away? You are so delusional. Did your own mother-in-law tease you and drive you crazy, so now you're taking pleasure in doing the same to me? You're not a mother-in-law. You're a frickin' monster-in-law. Do you think of your mother-in-law every time you see me? So you expect me to put up with your ridiculous behavior as you did with your own mother-in-laws. Most mothers-in-law leave rings, money, or even their own house for their daughters-in-law in their wills. But I already know very well that the only things you'll leave for me is all of your obnoxious nagging and idiotic housekeeping advice. I guess you don't have much to say for your own life. You've lived 60 years, but what honorable things have you ever done yourself? All you've ever really done is drive everyone around you insane and stress them all out to the point where you always get your own way and think they actually like you. Really, they are just sick and tired of dealing with your hysterical crap when you don't get what you want. What did you say? Have you lost your mind? How dare you speak like that to me? You worthless beggar! You go back to your own pack of worthless freeloaders and get out of my son's house this instant! I will no longer sit back and allow a rude, ungrateful, and penniless leech like you to continue being my daughter-in-law. And I will be making sure that everyone in the family is aware of what you've said and done to me, and that you will be divorcing and leaving this family as soon as possible. You've really barked up the wrong tree this time, tramp! You better get your sorry ass and your worthless trash out of my son's house right now! Who the hell do you think you are? Do you really think that you control everything, even whether or not I stay married to your son? You seriously need a shrink, lady. And by the way, if anyone should be packing up and leaving this house right now, it's your son. The lazy, unmotivated, worthless jerk with no passion is not at all the hardworking, noble son you think he is, Sylvia. I can't believe how you still coddle him and treat him like he's such a wonderful golden child. I'm surprised you don't come over here and wipe his bum every time he takes a dump. What are you going on about? You have some nerve talking about my son that way. You better apologize right now. And you better beg and pray that I don't tell Mike what you just said about him either. If you don't, there's absolutely no way you can ever expect to be let back into that house or family again. You better start begging me for one more chance this instant. And you better start being grateful for all the money my son has been earning for you. How do you expect to survive on your own without my son's support? You know nothing. Your son can't even support himself right now. You would do yourself much better, Sylvia, if you'd stop babbling on ridiculously for once and actually see what's going on around you. Your son doesn't even have a job. What? My son? No way. What do you mean he doesn't have a job? What kind of web are you trying to spin now? Then where has he been all day every weekday? He's never there when I stop by. He's such a coward. He's been too afraid to face you since then. He suddenly decided that he wanted to quit his job and become an artist. He's been going out with a pen and sketchbook and spending all day every day at the park. This has been going on for the past 2 years. What? He quit his job to become an artist? That's ridiculous. I forbade him to try doing that back before he even went to college. There's no way he would disobey me. Suddenly he came to me one day and told me how frustrated and unhappy he was with his life. He said he'd always wanted to become an artist his entire life ever since he was a kid. He asked me to support him and his dream so desperately he even started crying. He also had no clue that I have been working from home this entire time. I took advantage of what I learned at the company I worked at before our marriage and decided to start my own business remotely so that I could support your son and his dream. But only a month after he quit his job, he started whining about having to do all the housework himself. So for the past 2 years, he's been leaving the housework and breadwinning for me to do every day while he goes to the park and doodles on his sketchbook. As this continued on, I have tried to continue supporting him and his dream. I've even said nothing to you about this all this time because he asked me not to. But I have gotten so fed up and burned out. I can't take it anymore. I think the right thing for me to do now is for me to take care of myself and move on without him. Do you really expect me to believe all that? You and I both know for a fact that my son bought that house. He told me all the time how sick and tired he was of you always asking him to do chores around the house. Was all that really a lie? Do you think my son would actually lie to me like that? Why would my son ever think he would need to lie to me or keep me from knowing about something? It's obvious, isn't it? He didn't want his own mother to be embarrassed of him. Isn't it so embarrassing that not long after we got married, he suddenly became jobless and I became the main breadwinner? He's the one who has been using all of the money I earn and eating all of the food I buy. Wouldn't you be embarrassed and ashamed too if you were him? He lied because he was embarrassed and ashamed and scared of what you'd say and do if you found out. You have no idea everyone is always trying to avoid your nagging as much as possible. You know what your son said? He said that you never worked a day in your life outside the home and only had to focus on raising one child as well. He said you had one responsibility to lead one child in the right direction and you couldn't even handle that. He told me that, instead, you led him to follow a path he never really wanted to take, and look! He still jumped off of it in the end. Now he's just depressed and making himself seem worthless in the process. You have never actually paid attention to what your son really wants. And for years now, you've gone on and critiqued the way my parents raised me. Like an idiot. You had no idea how awful your own parenting skills have always been. Do you know how much I wanted to sew up those ignorant blabbering lips of yours so that I didn't have to make an effort to tune you out anymore? And I'm sure I'm not the only one around who's had the burning urge to do that. You little witch. Are you enjoying yourself right now? You're probably barely even making breadcrumbs, and here you are boasting about it. You think I still don't see you as a gold-digging leech? You married my son back when you thought he'd be making big money, didn't you? Sure, fine. You're the main breadwinner for now. But do you really think it will all be that way? You'll be sorry when my son starts making more than you again. For the record, Sylvia, I've been making at least $20,000 monthly. Compared to what I've been making, your son is the one who used to make breadcrumbs. I don't think he'll be making more than I do anytime soon. Do you know that your son's annual salary used to be only $40,000? I make more than that in 2 months' time. And do you really think a man who quit his job and has been unemployed for more than 2 years would be able to even get a job like the one he had before? He might as well try and make pigs fly. My goodness! How can you talk like that about your own husband? You chose to marry the man yourself, and you talk like he has no potential. Does talking like that about your own husband make you feel so high and mighty about yourself? Have you not heard that parents should always do their best to cover up their son's faults? Well, that's what I tried to do. What fault? Wanting to be an artist? That was not a fault. The reality is that your son had no faults to begin with. You're the one who created them with your terrible so-called parenting method of trying to squash his dreams and aspirations early. What did you just say? You think I messed up my own son? How ridiculous! I'll divorce your precious son and send him back to his precious mommy. I hope you enjoy having a helpless baby in the house again for the first time in 3 years. Maybe you'll do a better job at raising him this time. All right, fine. That's fine. I never supported your marriage, but I fully support this divorce. But you better share whatever money you made with him. You know that my son has the right to receive half of the assets. Oh dear, what'll we do? I don't think that'll be possible. At the beginning of our marriage, we both signed a prenuptial agreement. What I earn is mine and what he earns is his. So, by law, I don't have to give him a single penny of what I earn myself. You did what? Actually, quite ironically, the entire thing was his idea. At the time, I was so naive that I didn't realize he probably didn't trust me and wanted to keep all of his money for himself. But look how the tables have turned. I ended up being the one having my hard-earned money used by him. I fed him, clothed him, and gave him the money to get all of his friggin' art supplies, too. He must have figured I'd never have any assets he would want or need from me. Oh, but to be honest, even if you all wanted to split my assets and run with them, I won't have much for you to steal for the next few months anyway. You see, I recently helped my little brother pay for his wedding ceremony in Barbados and also bought a newly built house for my parents. So it'll be a few months before my savings are back up above $500,000 again.
What? Look at you bragging! Your head is so big, I'm surprised it hasn't exploded by now! How conceited and selfish you are! And how could you be such a traitor to your in-laws? Really? I had no idea you were so shameless!
The only person I've ever betrayed is myself for continuing to feed and stay married to such an ungrateful pig for the past 3 years. Well, anyway, I'm done and tired of talking about all this crap. I'll do the honors of packing up all of your son's crap and leaving it out on the front yard. So, you'll be a dear and come pick it up for your little boy, won't you? After that, I went right to packing up all of my now ex-husband's junk and throwing it out the window and into the front yard. I figured the crazy witch might have really lost her marbles from the shock she experienced during our phone call, so I also went ahead and changed the passwords for the security locks on the front and back doors as well. Sylvia called a few days later saying that Mike is going to get another full-time job at the same company while begging me to take him back. I couldn't believe she would really think that I'd even consider taking him back. After 2 years of watching him let himself become a loathing, freeloading bum, after how I supported him, yet he did nothing for me in return. Not a chance. So I continued to file for the divorce without hesitating one bit, and it was, of course, finalized without a single hiccup. I've got to say, I am really enjoying being sexy, free, and single again. I don't have to listen to some old hag ignorantly nagging at me anymore, and I can just focus on advancing my own career and living a life just for me and my own family. Really, this is the happiest I've ever been. And my business continues to grow without a single setback. While I've tried to ignore rumors regarding my husband and his deadbeat family, there was one rumor I couldn't help taking note of. Apparently, the louse has completely become a layabout around his parents' home with not a single thought of getting a steady job again. Instead, he has proceeded in following his own mother's footsteps and mooching off of the salary his poor aging father continues to break his back over making for them. I guess he might continue doing that for a while longer. Or, hey, maybe he'll even keep it up for the rest of his life. All I can say is it's a pathetic way for a human being to exist. And I count my lucky stars every day that I was blessed with having enough self-love, confidence, and brains to finally get myself out of that miserable situation. Thanks so much for listening to my story. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to share with us your thoughts and reactions in the comment section below. Do you prefer the shorter stories like this one, or maybe some of the more longer ones we've been putting out? See you next time!
Mia! Are you busy?
No, I'm not busy at all. How can I help you, Mrs. Fletcher?
Well, we're planning on having some family over tonight for dinner, so I was going to prepare a meal for everyone. I wanted to see if you have time to come over, too.
Of course, I'd love to come over. Who else is coming? Did Samantha say she can't come again?
No, she's not coming this time either. I'm not sure what to do here. Each time I call her, she seems to be too busy for me. She makes any excuse she can to ignore my calls and avoid coming over. This time she has a good excuse, though.
I haven't seen her in a while either. She always seems to have something going on. Always a perfect excuse ready. She's gotten really busy ever since the promotion. How about Sarah? Is she coming?
She wants to, but she's sick. She said she tested positive for COVID and doesn't want to get any of us sick. The poor girl.
Oh no, I'll have to give her a call later. I hope she feels better soon. Well, I'm getting off of work early tonight. Would you like me to come by earlier to help you cook?
Oh my! Really? You'd be willing to do that?
Of course. You know I'm always willing to help you out.
I should have known.
What a fine young lady you are, Mia. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat? No, I'm okay with anything. You know I love everything you make. Don't feel like you have to do anything spectacular. I'm grateful you're even inviting me tonight. Okay, so Sarah's not coming, and I'm guessing Josh won't either. Let's see. If Samantha isn't coming, will Tom? I spoke to him this morning, and he said he's definitely coming. I told him that it's fine and he doesn't have to come, but he insisted. He said he tried to talk to Samantha, but she wouldn't budge. She's just too busy to join us for the family dinner. It's been a while since we've all gotten together. I hope that he can come. I miss him. Okay, I'll see you soon. See you tonight, honey. Hi, Sarah. How are you feeling? I heard that you're not coming to dinner tonight. Are you doing okay? How are you feeling? Hi, Mia. I'm doing okay. It's been a pretty tough couple of days. It's been a while since we've all gotten together for a meal. I'm so sorry I can't make it tonight. Mrs. Fletcher worked so hard to prepare everything. I hate to let her down after all her hard work today. I know she misses me. I'm sure this is because you've been overworking yourself. Your immune system must be compromised or something. How do you keep up with everything? You're always working at the office, at home, everywhere. Plus, to be working a full-time and part-time job? That's just crazy. I have missed you a lot. I wish we could spend more time together. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Ever since Josh lost his job, we've been struggling to stay afloat. I aspire to be as motivated and driven as you. You're a really good person, you know. Really? You're a good person, too. I wish I was more like you. You spend so much time with the family and seem to know how to balance what you do in life. I'm jealous. Everyone gets mad at me for not spending enough time with them. But do you see me complaining about my position? No, of course not. I just do what has to be done. It's harder on me than it is on them. I miss everyone tons, and I wish I didn't have to do this much work. I see where you're coming from. I've been there, especially when I was your age. Thank you for understanding. Oh yeah, did Mrs. Fletcher give you another lottery ticket? She sent me one too. Yes, I checked it. And? It was a complete disaster. Like always. Looks like I'm not rich yet. Me either. Actually, this is a secret, but every time she goes to buy a ticket, she drops one off for me at work. It's really fun. I love it when she gives them to me. Even if I lose, I enjoy scratching off the numbers. Oh, really? Honestly, I really enjoy scratching them too. I get excited when it's that time of the month. Maybe someday one of us will get lucky and will win some big prize. I like to wish on shooting stars when I see them. Wouldn't that be nice? To just be able to erase all of our family's debt. I think everyone feels that way. We're all waiting for our chance to get out of trouble and stress, you know? I don't know a single person who wouldn't get a rush from scratching off a lottery ticket with a chance to win. I'm like that too, you know. I wish I could quit my job and be financially stable without a care in the world. I understand that feeling. It's hard nowadays, especially in this economy. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, I'm worried about your body with how little you're sleeping and how much you're working. I promise I'm really fine. If I wasn't okay, I promise I would tell you. Mrs. Fletcher told you I couldn't come to dinner tonight, right? It's not because I'm working. It's because I have COVID. Yeah, she told me. I know you're really sick. It's not like you're making excuses like Samantha does. When I was on my way home Tuesday, I suddenly started feeling awful. I stopped by a market and grabbed some cold medicine, but it didn't help at all. When I got home, I took one of the COVID tests and it was positive. I didn't know that it's been going around again. I heard that it's been spreading around my work, too. Oh, really? Yes. As soon as I found out it was COVID, I started self-isolating at home. I'm staying in our bedroom and Josh is staying in the guest room. We're smart, you know. Gotta keep him strong and healthy. He's staying home tonight, though, to make sure not to spread it. Wow, I'm so sorry you're sick. I hope he doesn't catch it either. That would be awful for both of you. We never see you these days thanks to your new schedule.
I know, right? But everyone in my position is the same. Oh, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. You're right. It's hard for me to meet up with anyone these days. It's especially hard to coordinate with everyone.
I know. It's tough to get all of the schedules aligned. But it would be nice to see you. I mean, sometimes you have to make sacrifices for the people you love. Maybe that means taking one evening off. Either way, I hope you feel better soon.
Thanks, Mia. Good night. Talk to you soon.
Good morning, Mrs. Fletcher. Today is your husband's anniversary memorial, isn't it? Is there anything you need me to bring today? I can run by the store before heading to your house. Anything you need. Oh, good morning, Mia. No, I don't need anything extra. I already bought all of the supplies I need for today. Oh, actually, if you're going to the store, could you get me some olive oil? I think I'm nearly out and I need some for dinner. I think I'll need more than I already have. Sorry for the inconvenience. It totally slipped my mind. I didn't realize how little I have left here. Okay, got it. It's really no trouble at all. Thanks, dear. I appreciate it. Are Sarah and Josh coming? I reminded both of them, but didn't get a clear answer. Yes, they are both very excited. Josh just got a new job, so Sarah can finally stop working so much. They are finally settling into a more normal schedule. I'm so glad to hear that. I was starting to worry about them. What about Samantha and Tom? Oh boy. Apparently, they got in a fight over the meeting today. Obviously, Tom wants to be here. It's the anniversary of his dad's passing. But Sarah is really busy, and I don't know if she's going to make time for it. It's a tradition for us to get together on this day every year to celebrate William's life. It only happens once a year. So she's not coming? I thought she would take the weekend off for this. It's really important to you and the rest of us. I don't think she cares, honestly. I can't help but wonder how her family raised her, I'm sure they raised her very well. It's just that she takes her work seriously. I don't understand. She said there's nothing she can do about it and she has to finish some projects before Monday. I don't want to listen to all of the excuses anymore. When I spoke to her on the phone, I ended up just hanging up on her. I couldn't stand it anymore. It honestly hurts to know she cares more about her work than her husband's family. Her family! I'm so sorry. That's no reason for her to miss the memorial. Should I try speaking to her again? Would that help? I think it's pretty important that she's here to support you and Tom today. It's okay. Just forget about it. She's not going to come, so it will only create more tension. Every time I try to comfort her about this sort of stuff, she just brushes it off. She's great at making excuses. That must be really frustrating to deal with. It's very frustrating, but it's not the most important thing, You and Ben are coming, and that's what matters. Take your time getting here. I know the highway tends to get packed on the way to my house on Sundays. Samantha, we need to talk.
Can't. I am super busy. Let's talk later.
No, I'm not going to wait for you to make time for me. If I do, we won't have this conversation for months. Have you not thought about how your actions impact other people in this family? Are you really so self-centered that you can't consider other people's feelings for once?
What? Is my work not important to you? Am I not allowed to value what I do for a living?
Did you forget what you promised to Tom when you married him? He told you straight up that his father's memorial anniversary is an incredibly important day for his family. He and his brothers lost their dad at a young age, and they always come together to celebrate his life once a year. You promised that you would come with him to the memorial. Do you know how much he would have liked you? He would have said you are a beautiful, intelligent, and driven woman. But he also would have told you to slow down a bit. It's important for you to make time for others.
Okay, and why should I listen to you?
I don't understand why you're doing this. You're still very young. It's okay for you to skip one day of work, especially for something as important as this. We're honestly starting to get uncomfortable with how much you ignore everyone in the family. It's uncomfortable when the tension is so high. I get why you might not want to come. You're under a lot of pressure with this new promotion and you want to do a good job. But today is not about you. It's about the Fletcher family.
I already told Mrs. Fletcher everything. I am super duper busy today, so I can't come. It's that simple. You have to respect my decision. Besides, she already said it's fine. Why are you making a big deal out of this? It's not like he was your father.
You really are that selfish, huh? You're still so young, and yet you act like an older rich guy who cares more about money than those he claims to love.
You make it sound like I don't care at all. I do care. It's just that I don't have time. What am I supposed to do? Ignore my work? Skip out on the income I'll gain? Ignore my responsibilities? I don't expect someone like you to understand. You can't relate to having such a high and successful position. If you're jealous, you should just say so. Can you please just try to see my side of things for once?
I understand that you have responsibilities and such, but today is Sunday. Can't you take off 3 hours of work this once? You always ignore Mrs. Fletcher and ignore her. She's really hurt by it. Can't you just apologize to her and move on? I don't get why this is so important to you.
Well, Tom forgot about his dad's memorial service too. He was only reminded by his mom this morning. Otherwise, I could have taken today off. That's why we got into an argument this morning.
Wow. Just, wow. You're really something, aren't you? She misses you two a lot. You don't seem to care, though. It's like you're leading her on, making her believe you still like her and care about her so that she'll miss you, but never following up on it.
If I have time, I'll add her to my schedule. Ugh, I'm wasting my time speaking to you now.
Okay. Have fun working. Oh my gosh! Is that a picture of you and Josh? In Hawaii?
Yes! We finally got the photos back from the photographer.
The photos look great!
Thank you.
Dude, did you hear about what happened with Samantha this time?
What? No! What happened?
She said she's not coming to Mr. Fletcher's memorial service. She's too busy with work and doesn't think it's a valuable way to spend her time.
What? No way! When I went to the store before coming here, I saw her there. I'm not kidding. I literally saw her at the store earlier today.
Oh my God. Why would she lie about that? Doesn't she understand how important today is to everyone in the family?
That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like she's acting super shady lately. I can't believe she would lie to you about that. I tried to get her attention, but she pretended not to see me. I was starting to think it wasn't her.
She should really be here. I mean, the house she lives in was literally from Mr. Fletcher. He bought that house for the two of them as an early wedding gift before he passed.
I know. She should be here more than anyone.
I can't believe her.
I bet if he could see her, he would be shaking his head in disapproval.
I agree. If I were him, I would be super disappointed in the things she values in life. What a shame.
Jeez, what a spoiled brat.
Hi, girls. Today is the big day. You guys took your lottery tickets to work, didn't you? It's time to check our numbers. Hi. Yes, it's the big day. Let's see what we've got this time.
So exciting. I'm sure today will be a complete disaster again. But that's okay. Is Samantha joining us this time? She doesn't usually respond to our messages.
When has she ever decided to partake in our little ceremony? She's probably too busy to take a lunch anyways.
You guys still check lottery tickets every 2 weeks? Are you guys in college? What's the point? Also, you're still using the group chat that I'm included in. I can't see your messages. If you all just worked harder, maybe you could earn some of the money you wish you could magically receive. Right? This is like our special little event, okay? We don't really believe any of us are going to win. or just doing it for fun?
Please don't fight, girls. Okay, Mia, what are your numbers this time? 3, 17, 28, 34, 39, 45, and the last one is 16.
What's the verdict, Mrs. Fletcher? Mine is worth nothing. What about yours?
Me too. I didn't have any winning numbers. Okay, Mia, did you check your numbers? Guys, I won the jackpot!
Did you just say you won the jackpot? Oh my god! Congrats! Finally, one of us won a prize! I can't believe it's such a big one, too. I'm so happy for you.
Congratulations, Mia! You've worked so hard and have been such a good person for so long. The universe is finally rewarding you.
If you really won the jackpot, how much money did you win?
It says that I won $3 million. This feels like a dream. It can't be real. Thank you guys so much, Sarah and Mrs. Fletcher.
Oh my goodness! Congrats, Mia. Can we call and speak privately for a bit? Samantha, why do you suddenly want to call and speak to her privately? I want to congratulate her with a call instead of with text messages.
All right. Talk to you guys soon.
Really, I am so happy for you, Mia. Congrats on winning. You really, really deserve it.
Thanks, Samantha. But why did you really want to call? What do you want to say to me?
No, there's nothing else. I just want to congratulate you on that prize money. Don't you think it's too much for you to spend all on your own? I mean, $3 million. That's a lot of money.
What are you trying to say?
I don't think you can use all of it on your own. You should share. It's too much for one person.
So what do you really want from me? Be explicit. Say what you want.
We're family. You know how much I care about you, right? We've been so close ever since I married Tom. You know how much I enjoy spending time with you, right?
Say what you want from me. Don't beat around the bush.
I want you to give me half of the prize money. I mean, you can give Mrs. Fletcher some of the money too, but I think I deserve at least half. I'm part of this family too. You need to think about my future, not just your own.
Whoa. Back up. You did not just say that. You were just telling us we were childish for scratching lottery tickets together. Why are you suddenly changing your mind? You said that if we really worked hard, then we would be able to make all the money we were dreaming of. Am I wrong?
I was just trying to be realistic with you. I mean, I see you like a big sister. Most people can't expect to have money fall from the sky. It's important to have realistic expectations.
This isn't just for me to decide. I'm going to speak to Mrs. Fletcher too and see what she wants to do. It's her money too. She's the one who bought me the lottery ticket after all.
Okay, that's fair. Speak to her and then let me know what you decide. But just know, I think I deserve that money.
Mrs. Fletcher, I have a problem. Oh no! What kind of problem? What did Samantha say to you? I know this has to do with her. Well, you're right. It's because of her. She told me to give her half of the prize money. No way! She really asked for half. You're joking, right? Oh, she is so shameless. Not an ounce of regret in her tiny little body. I don't think it's right for her to ask for your money. I mean, she was insulting us for even playing the game earlier. Why does she feel entitled to your prize? I don't think you should give her anything at all. I agree. I think it's outrageous for her to ask, but she's right about one thing. What's that? $3 million is a lot of money. There's no way I can spend it all myself. That's why I want to give you and Sarah the money too. I think we should split it in thirds and share. The rest of the money will go towards Ben and I finally buying a house. Why would you split your prize money with us? It's yours, fair and square. No, it's not just mine. I want to share it with you both. You were the one who bought me the lottery ticket. It's been our favorite little event and it finally paid off. You two have struggled for so long and I want you to feel like you can finally be free from financial burden. But I don't think I'm going to give anything to Samantha. She constantly ignores us, makes fun of us, and only speaks to us when she wants something. What do you think? Am I being too harsh? I respect your decision, but are you really sure you want to give us so much of the prize? Of course. Thank you for everything. Should I tell everyone my decision? Yes. Give them the news. Samantha, you really want me to give you half of the prize money? Just like that?
Of course! I told you what I wanted and spoke with you open and honestly. No way! Samantha, you asked for half of her money? She won that fair and square. I am shocked at how little shame you have. You should be embarrassed.
I spoke to Mia and it sounds like she's made a final decision. She said she is going to split the money 3 ways so that she, I, and Sarah can live happily. Aren't you excited, Sarah?
What? What about me? I'm part of this family too. Where is my share?
I'm sorry, but I don't think I can give you anything. I'm only sharing money with the people I know really care about me.
How can you imply I don't care about you? Wow, you're really just kicking me to the curb like this? I'm so disappointed in you. I can't believe you're sharing money with everyone but me. You're only part of this family when we can do something for you. You never answer our texts, calls, or visit any of us. You always seem to think you're so much better than us because you have a fancy new job. You always lie and make excuses as to why you can't come to important events. I don't think you should be asking anyone for anything.
Samantha, are you really that dumb? I thought you were supposed to be smart. I can't believe you thought it was a good idea to ask Mia for half of the money. I'm embarrassed my son decided to marry someone like you.
No! Mrs. Fletcher! Don't say that!
It's over. Mia has made her decision and you have to respect that. If you really don't want to see us, don't come by the house anymore. Stop calling yourself our family. It's clear you don't care about anyone but yourself. And don't even think about asking her for any more money.
I have something to say to you too, Samantha. Stop thinking you're better than everyone else. You aren't. Live your life to the fullest and try to be a good person for once. Enjoy your work. Are you satisfied, Mia? Does this make you feel good? Now you've turned my mother and sister-in-law against me. They won't listen to a thing I say. You just have them wrapped around your finger, don't you?
No, I don't. We've all felt this way for a long time. I think this is a wake-up call for you. Listen to me very closely. I'm not going to give you a single cent of that prize money. Don't think about asking me for any favors ever again. After that, Samantha tried to call each of us repeatedly, but we all blocked her phone number. She is outraged that she won't receive any of the money. Now that I've received the prize money, I have sent Sarah and Mrs. Fletcher their share. Sarah was excited to receive the money, saying she could finally pay off all of her debt. It has lifted a lot of pressure off of her shoulders, and now she can relax a bit without living paycheck to paycheck. Mrs. Fletcher used the money to go on a long-needed vacation. I'm sure Mr. Fletcher is looking down and smiling. This has to be a gift from some higher power. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just some kind of miracle. Thank you for listening to our story. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you!